Well, what's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are testing out some new Colourpop makeup. So Colourpop is my favorite brand. In my eyes, they can do no wrong. They are the end-all be-all. They are directly blessed by the Lord, in my opinion. They have so much new stuff. Like, they are constantly kicking out new products left and right, and they're so good about staying up to date with the trends, and they never go stagnant. And what I also like about their business plan is that whenever they start teasing products, they shortly release the product afterwards. So usually they'll let us know there's a new product coming out on like a Monday or Tuesday, and it's going to be released that Thursday or Friday. So I feel like they don't do what Morphe does, not to like throw Morphe under the bus again, but I feel like, you know, Morphe would like hype up something for months and months, and then it's just like, are you gonna come out with it? Like, can we just do something already? So before we get started, if you're new here, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. I post videos twice a week, and we talk about everything from makeup to skincare to hair care, all things beauty, all in one place. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and stick around, and also turn your bell on so that you never miss an upload. And while we're talking about it, since it's fresh on your mind, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like videos like this, and if you end up enjoying it. I know you haven't watched it yet, but you're gonna enjoy it. Don't be stingy with your likes. It helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's dive in and play with some Colourpop makeup. So I'm gonna give you a fair warning before we get started. I am so dead today. I'm without energy drink supplementation, and I have no energy, and I'm so tired, and my eyelids, they're so heavy, and I can't keep them up, and I don't know what to do. I just want to go to sleep. So yeah, if I seem a little off, it's because I don't know how to survive without energy drinks anymore, and water is just not cutting it. But I'm especially excited about this Here Comes the Sun palette. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever laid my eyes on. So yeah, they're doing this new concept where they're actually like hand-picking and customizing an empty like Z palette, like a magnetic palette. So these are all single eyeshadows. It's not like their traditional palettes like this. Like, this is a large magnetic palette of theirs, and there are 24 shades in here, 24 singles, and I'm just so excited to dip into it. I haven't played with these on my eyes yet, and I have so many ideas, I don't know where to begin. But I will say this isn't the exact Here Comes the Sun palette. I did take out one of the shades and put in my own that I bought from Colourpop. So this did have the shade Feathered in it, which is a matte chocolatey brown. But I already had that one, and I just didn't feel like it paired well with this colorful kind of palette. So I actually bought this one separately. This is a glitter, and they just came out with pressed glitters, and I've heard that they're amazing. So this is island hopping, so I did have to buy this one separately. I think it's like $5. Usually their single eyeshadows are $4.50, but I think their glitters are, if they're not $4.50, they're $5. But island hopping was the only one that I just had to have that came separately. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna try to coordinate with my shirt color today. I'm wearing like a corally red. So I'm gonna first go into this shade right here, which is almost like a yellowy, deeper version of my skin tone. This is called Running Late. And you can buy all these individually, by the way. So yeah, this is Running Late. So let's put this as our transition shade. So I'm gonna keep this pretty high. This probably won't end up showing up by the end, but it's just nice to start off with something that's light and soft, and like build up the gradient so that it all fades really well. And also I forgot to mention that whenever you buy this palette, the singles come individually packaged. They're not already in the palette for you. You do have to kind of design it yourself and like place them and organize them however you want. So here's how I organize mine. So it's kind of cool. You get to kind of design your own palette and design it the way you want it to be seen, like whatever you feel is aesthetically pleasing. So I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is, what is this? It's like a muted creamsicle in a way. This one is called Best Coast Scenario. With each shadow from here on out, I'm just going to keep it lower and lower, but this is still going to be pretty high because I do want this to show up. So we're just going to put this right in the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this brighter orange. This is called Bratty. So this is kind of like more of a tangerine kind of orange. Let's start putting this in the outer, wait, is this too bright? Okay, I don't know if I'm going to use that shade anymore. Okay, I think I'm going to stop because I don't, like, they're kind of different tones. This is more like a tangerine, and I don't know how it's going to pair with this, like, almost like pinky undertoned creamsicle orange. So let's take a step back, and I'm going to go into this shade down here. We'll give this a whirl. So this is in the shade Meteor. And online, this looks like a straight up red. Like, in their swatches and stuff, it looks like a red. So this is definitely not what I would consider to be a red. It's like a reddish orange, but it's got like a burnt aspect to it. It's almost like, it's like the exact same color as my shirt. Holy hell. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing with this one that I was going to do with that last shade, and just start putting this in the outer V and flowing it through the socket of the crease, but keeping it lower than the other shades. I'm gonna go into Stay Golden, and I've had this one before. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows from them. This is like a deeper magenta, mauve-y kind of berry shade. So I'm just gonna put it right here in the outer V. I'm gonna start by tapping it on so I get the most pigment laid down first, and then I'll blend it out into the socket, like the very outer socket right here. Okay, I think it's gonna be really pretty. Oh, I like this. I would totally be okay on any normal day just like popping on a simple shimmer on the eyelid and going, or even keeping it all matte and just kind of brightening up the inner corner a little bit more and calling it quits. Like, that is so pretty, and it's not overboard. I'm gonna go back in later and re-intensify the oranges just so that they do show up, and I'm kind of contemplating going back into the crease with this yellow because it looks really intense and really scary and kind of intimidating, but I feel like it would probably be like more of, I don't know, like a wash of yellow. Like, I don't think it would be as intense and as scary as what it looks like in the pan. But now I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the glitter. Here's Indio. I just want to show you guys what this one looks like up close because it's got such a really pretty like reflex to it. I've seen people say they haven't used a glitter primer. I do have glitter primer, so I may try it on one side by itself, like just see how it performs on its own, and then put a glitter primer on the other side to see if it works better. So I just got some on my finger, so I'm just gonna put it on right here. And I'm normally not into any kind of glitter, to be honest. Like, I like a lot of shimmer. Like, I like a really metallic, wet looking shimmer, but I've never really been into glitter. But these, like in the swatches, just blew me away. This is definitely like a very easily adhering kind of glitter. Like, it's not super flaky. Like, there are some flakes falling down to my face right now, but it's not as bad as what you would expect. So I'm gonna go into the NYX glitter primer on the other side just to see if it performs better with a glitter primer. I'm gonna go in and just pat this on. Okay, so automatically more pigmentation right off the bat. I'm having a hard time figuring out if I like one side better than the other because honestly, they both applied really easily. Like, the side without glitter primer applied just as easily. Now, obviously I did get more adherence with the glitter primer side because it's tacky and it's sticky and it's like holding on and gripping onto that pigment, but as far as the appearance goes and the effect, I don't really see a big difference. So just to play and just to be adventurous, I think I am gonna go into that yellow and just ever so slightly put it into the very upper crease. So it's called Take Flight. Let's put this right here. All right, so it's definitely not as scary as what it looks. There's not a dramatic difference, but the subtlety of it is kind of flattering. But that's actually really pretty. That yellow added a really nice touch. I'm kind of shocked by that. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some eyeliner, and I'm also gonna put on some mascara, and I'll come back and we will finish up with the other products that I have. So yeah, BRB. All right, so I'm back with some mascara, brows, concealer, and foundation. So it's time to move on to some more base products. So yeah, they've come out with new blush sticks and highlighter sticks. So these are like $8 a piece. So I got 3 different blush sticks. So I have the shades 25-8, so like 24/7, but 25-8, Mic Drop, and More is More. And then in the highlighter sticks, these are called the Lite Stix. I have the shades Hope Street and, is it UOENO? UOENO? I don't know how to pronounce this. What the hell is this word? We're gonna look this up.
UOENO.
What?
UOENO.
What the hell?
UOENO is a corruption of the phrase, you don't even know. Colloquial vernacular predominantly used in the southeastern and central southern portions of the United States.
Southeastern? We don't say that here. I don't understand. We don't know. I'm just gonna call it UOENO because honestly that sounds better. All right, so let's see. For blush, I may use one on each side just to show you as much as possible, and then we'll even it up later. So I think I'm gonna go into Mic Drop and More is More because I feel like those would be really popular ones, and also it would match my eyeshadow better. But I do want to swatch all of these, so let's first swatch 25-8. So this one is like a natural, everyday, kind of rosy, mauve-y pink in a way. So this one doesn't have any shimmer or anything. It's not necessarily matte, but it's just like a cream finish. And then Mic Drop is that kind of trending sunburnt kind of color. Like, it's kind of like a toned down hot pink, but it blends out to be really, really pretty and just kind of gives your cheeks a nice, like, oh, I've been out in the sun kind of flush, you know? And then More is More is your typical, like, NARS Orgasm kind of blush. Like, I feel like this is going to be a really popular one. I feel like this is going to work for pretty much everyone. So this one does have a shimmer to it. And yeah, I love this formula. It blends out so nicely. It sets really well. They're very long wearing. And these are very pigmented. So, like, if you do want to draw this directly on your face, just draw a couple of swipes and just kind of figure it out when you first get it. Like, don't don't be too confident with it at first. But as you can see, it just has such a pretty sheen to it. It looks like you're wearing highlighter already. So that's awesome because it's very, I don't know, multi-purpose. And if you just want to throw something on and go, this would double as your highlighter and blush. Now I'm gonna go into Mic Drop on the other side, and I'm not gonna get very much product on my brush. I just think this color is so pretty, especially when you apply it very lightly. So yeah, here's Mic Drop. So again, a lot more toned down than what it looks like in the stick. And then here's More is More. So now let's move on to each of the highlighters. So I'm gonna put each of these on both sides of my face. But something else I forgot to mention with the blush stick packaging, and let's see, it's the same thing with the highlighter sticks too, is that like the name of the color is on the cap that you take off. So if you have several and you sit them around, there's nothing on the bottom to show what shade it is. Is it on the side somewhere? So yeah, if you misplace the lids or you have several that look alike, you would probably end up putting the wrong lid on the wrong color. So that's the one little downfall to the packaging. So I did get a couple of shades that were different for me because I feel like everything in my collection is a champagne or like a golden undertone. So Hope Street is kind of like a peachy pink with a purpley iridescence to it. So I feel like this kind of shade, like this like shade shifting kind of shade, is very on trend right now. So I'm gonna put the lid back on that before I use it. And then what is this called? UOENO. UOENO is what I'm gonna call it. This is kind of like just an icy pink, and I don't really use a lot of icy pinks, but it did look a little bit warmer in the swatch. So again, I feel like they really need to tone it down on the editing. Let's just work from the back of my hands. Let's go into UOENO. I know that's not how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. So I'm gonna go into that one and pop it right on over here. But yeah, whenever you like apply a very subtle amount, as you can see, it's not too icy. Like, I usually can't wear icy pink highlighters or anything that has like a taupey, cool tone aspect to it. It just doesn't pair very well with my skin tone. But this does look fairly good. I haven't really used these a lot either, so I don't really know how it's gonna go. But there's what it looks like when you apply it straight. So yeah, it does have like a taupey kind of effect to it. Now I'm gonna go into Hope Street. Alright, so here's what it looks like when you apply it very subtly. So it's actually one of those highlighters that, because it has that like purpley shift to it, like that purpley iridescent undertone to it, it kind of meshes well with your blush. It doesn't really look like a whole separate product, which I like. When you first look at it, it actually has like kind of chunky glitter in it, but that's not really translating onto my skin right now. But whenever you swap it on, it definitely gives you more pigmentation. Okay, so it's actually really pretty, and it just makes your skin look really wet and juicy. So far, so good. I'm digging it. I did get a few different lip colors, and obviously I'm not going to apply all of them, but I do want to swatch them for you at least, and then I'll go off camera and finish up my face. So I got this one shade, which I'm not going to put on today just because it would be too much orange, but Ziggy is the prettiest cinnamon reddish brown. This gives me total like 90s vibes. Like, this is the prettiest color. It just looks like what Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox wore in Friends. So it actually looks very wearable. Like, you would look at this and think, oh, I can't pull that off. It's just too orange, it's too bold. But especially if you apply it with your finger and you just kind of like smudge it out to where it makes it look a lot softer and less bold, it looks so wearable. And this is like a fall nude. Love it. And the formula is so comfortable. And this is a matte, but it's so nice and hydrating and just very, very comfortable. And then I got the shade Oh Snap, and this one isn't new. I think Ziggy is new, but I think Oh Snap has been around for a little while, but it's new to me. So I've been on the hunt for just a really good nude, and I wanted something that was pretty pale. But this one isn't as pale as what I'd like, and it's not the exact undertone that I wanted, but it's kind of like a cool tone purpley nude, like a lavender nude. So I don't know how I'm going to like that one. I got the shade Fly-Fi, which I don't know, I wanted something different, and it's just a matte, like, wearable red. I also got a lip liner, and their lip liners are my favorite formula ever. And their lippy sticks are also my favorite lipstick formula. Like, most of my favorites of all categories come from Colourpop. So I got the lip pencil in the shade Little One, which I just thought would be a really pretty lip liner to pair with any kind of nude. It looks a lot like Oh Snap, but it's just a little bit more neutral. I actually may go in with Little One and line my lips and then put Oh Snap on top of it. We'll just see. We'll just play around. Alright, so I didn't really do anything crazy, but even though it doesn't match the tone of the orange and the yellow, like the warmth of it, it actually matches the purple and the glitter on my eyes pretty well. I'm not sure how I'm digging it with my shirt color, but we'll make it work. Alright guys, so I'm back with a completed look now, and I do want to go over a couple of things that I didn't intend on doing, but it happened. I actually went in with a minty teal eyeliner for my waterline, and this is from Colourpop. This is their BFF cream gel liner in the shade Zulu. I think this is a newer shade. I had set this out and I was going to use it today, but I was just like, I don't think it'll pair very well with this eye look. We've got a lot of warm colors going on. It's not going to look good, but I did just want to pop it on just to see what it looked like, and it actually brings out the teal and the glitter. Like where that glitter has so many different aspects to it, it just looks good with so many different colors. So yeah, I put that on the waterline, and honestly, I haven't been the biggest fan of the cream gel liners, which are the stick liners from Colourpop, but they are so dry, and they just don't even wear the best on me. But this is so much better. It's so long wearing. It actually adheres to my waterline, and it stays put for hours. Yeah, wasn't planning on doing it, but it just kind of gives like a more, like an overall brighter, wide-eyed kind of effect. So yeah, I did that. And then I just popped on the same colors I used on the top eyelid on my lower lash line, put on some mascara, and put on some powder, and that's pretty much it for what I've got going on. Yeah, let's just do a little final recap. And actually, there's one more thing I wanted to do. I need an inner corner highlight. So I did get this little loose pigment, like loose glitter from Colourpop, and this is new. This is one of their newer ones. This is called Redzone, and it's just your typical vanilla champagne color, but I wanted to put this on my inner corner because there's not really a good inner corner highlight in this palette. And I will say I don't really like the packaging of these. I feel like it's just very messy because whenever you open it, like whenever you unscrew the lid, you just have this little, like, you don't even have a sifter. You just have this thing, this little cap that goes in it, and then all the pigment's loose. So that can get messy and become a disaster real fast. So I don't like that aspect about this product, but I haven't even tried it yet, but they did just come out with the loose pigment. So I'm just gonna get a little bit on my pencil brush and just put this right here. But that's not super intense. It's definitely not as metallic as I thought it would be. Let me swatch this. So it's very, very finely milled. It's actually pretty sheer. I'm not really sure what I think about that. It would probably be really pretty to like tap over your entire eyelid, like just to almost like a topper, like a glitter topper in a way. Let's spray with some setting spray to see if we can revive it and just make it look more metallic. But just keep in mind, you are going to see these products in future videos. I don't like to talk about stuff just one time and then, you know, you'll never see it again. Okay, so this is definitely something that you need to use wet. I don't really see the appeal in it when it's dry, but it did, yeah, it brightened up the inner corner really well. So yeah, I'll keep playing with that and I'll give you guys an update. I'm definitely going to experiment more with this and I'll see what I can come up with, and I really like the look. The only thing that I'm kind of hesitant about is the glitter, and I really want to like it, and I just feel like it's just user error on my part because I just don't feel like I applied it the best. Some of the glitter has flaked onto my skin, and whenever I went in with my cellar water and then a cleansing water to remove all the residue, I just couldn't get it all off. It just wanted to grip to my skin really hardcore, so I'm not really sure what I feel about that. But as far as the color goes, like, they pair so well together, and I just feel like this was designed so beautifully. Like, whoever put this palette together, top notch, A+. Blush sticks and highlighter sticks, also a plus for me. I am actually really surprised at how much I like these colors, like especially this one. Like, this one surprised me the most because I thought it would be really icy on my skin tone, but it looks very wearable, but it just looks so juicy and plump and just wet without being like overbearingly blingy. So I really like it, and I love the formula of the blush. I just feel like it just all looks really, really good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing some Colourpop stuff in action. And if there's anything else you want me to test from Colourpop, then let me know in the comments below. And once again, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.